From chews, chips, and lollipops, many children will be coming home tonight with sacks full of candy. Those candies are filled with sugar, which can lead to cavities. But there are some treats that may not be as scary to their canines. Joining us now is dentist Dr. Kelly Regula. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, that's what happens. My kids come home, they have pillowcases full of candy. They spread it out, and they just want to go to town, right? And that's typically what happens on Halloween night. Kids will eat as much as they can.
Absolutely, and that's okay. I mean, Halloween is a wonderful holiday. I enjoyed it as a kid, and I'm sure parents, including myself, enjoy the treats that our kids bring home. However, we do want to protect our teeth in the long run.
Okay, so when they do open that bag, it's good to know which ones are better for your teeth and which ones are bad for your teeth. They're all kind of a little bit bad, right?
Yeah, so a couple things we want to keep in mind. We want to keep in mind the sugar content. So each treat has a different amount of sugar, and the American Heart Association actually recommends that you should have no more than 6 teaspoons of added sugar.
Oh my gosh.
So if we look at what's on the table here, a lot of these do either meet or exceed the daily
in a big
allowance.
Way. Yeah. Okay, so let's do a comparison then.
Sure.
Let's start with the bag of chips, because that's on the lower end of the sugar content, but they're chips, so they're salty, which is also another issue for their health.
Yes.
But let's talk about the sugar here.
So looking at one small bag of chips, it has approximately 1 teaspoon of sugar. Then when we move up, you can look at the gummy candies, which I have here that show 3 teaspoons of sugar.
Yep.
Then some children will get a juice box in their bag of treats. Those typically depend on the volume, but if it's a 200 milliliter volume, you might have approximately 5 teaspoons of sugar.
This is also in their lunch almost every day, which is a good thing to keep in mind as well.
And I've noticed schools have been switching to water.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of kids have a water bottle, so that's great. If you're looking at Smarties, to be honest with you, Smarties might be one of the better treats.
Okay.
Yes, it still has 5 teaspoons of sugar for 5 boxes, but it dissolves easily. So you're looking at your treats, what's going to stick in the teeth and what's going to disappear quickly. So I quite like the Smarties, or those candies that dissolve
easily. I like them too, maybe a little too much. All right, the Kit Kat.
Yes.
Lots of sugar here.
Yes, and that's partly because it's a full size. So I see those parents who hand out full size candy bars and their houses are inundated with kids. They're very popular. So that's okay, but that might be the only thing that your child can eat that night if you're following the recommendations of 6 teaspoons of added sugar.
I expect many won't. Can of pop, just regular, no diet here, just regular pop. Lots of sugar here.
Yeah, 10 teaspoons.
Wow.
I mean, it far exceeds the recommended allowance. So while children will often get excited when they see that, parents, maybe you might want to keep that one for yourself and switch it out for a smaller one, because luckily we have small cans now.
Okay, so we're looking at all these candies, chips, whatever it is. Typically you will see this in their Halloween sacks tonight. What's the best way to get, because they're going to want to go to town. So how do you address that, allow it to happen, and still protect their teeth?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Halloween, as I said, is a wonderful holiday. We don't want to take away the thrill of Halloween, but I would say there's some really great ideas out there. Number one is, if there's something else your child likes, like an activity or a book or a Roblox gift card, do a switch, do a trade. That's a great idea. Alternatively, use it as a dessert. So you're eating your meal, follow it up from something from their treat bag. Or, you know what? On Halloween night, let them go to town. It's better than hiding it under the bed and grazing for weeks and all day.
Yes.
It's much better to have it at once, follow it up with some water or some sugar-free chewing gum, something to stimulate saliva and rinse away the sugars, than grazing all day long.
Because the sugar turns into acid, which is what chews away at your teeth.
Correct. And you have that protective layer of enamel that protects your teeth. The other thing you might want to consider is, if your children see a dentist regularly, which we recommend, is Pitt and Fisher sealants. Those will help to seal the deep grooves in the molar teeth to protect those sticky candies or sticky chips from sticking in the grooves of the teeth.
Such great advice. So again, they're going to eat tonight, get them some water and sugar-free gum. Thank you for sharing this with us, Doctor.
It's a pleasure.